Hey, Eli here. I'd like to read an excerpt from this book for those of you who really do need to hear it, at least in my opinion. Alright, let's start. The book is called Global Conspiracy and How to End It. It's on many different topics here, not just like certain specific conspiracies. And this one is whose world in your head. This is a lot about mind manipulation and a lot about stuff like that, you know. Most people have no idea how they are bombarded with mind control programming and triggers throughout their waking day and even during their sleep. Nor do they understand the level of potential and sophistication that such techniques and technology have now reached. But why would they? They are programmed not to know. Just as people like Kathy O'Brien had no idea she was mind-controlled, even when it was happening to her every day. Mind control is putting the thoughts and beliefs of others in your head, and it operates on multi-levels. If I tell you something knowing it to be untrue and that affects your perception and behavior, I have subjected you to mind control. I have manipulated your thoughts. Every time you watch television or read a paper or magazine, this is happening. Every advertisement is designed to control your thought and emotional patterns to the point where you buy whatever is being peddled. I've seen advertising copywriters and producers dubbed the persuaders, but that's a bit like calling a murderer a man who works with tools. It doesn't tell the full story. The persuaders is newspeak for mind manipulators. Subliminal messages that speak to the subconscious, calculated emotional triggers, and using certain words to glean a specific reaction is not persuasion, it is invasion. And it says it right here. Hold on, let me focus in on this right here for you guys. Just to show you and it's right. And it's kind of hard to focus here. Let me see if I can get the AF to make things a little bit easier for you. Oh, there it is. An invasion of our sense of perception. Such techniques have been with us for thousands of years, at least in the sense of manipulating thoughts and emotions to dictate behavior. But we are now in a new and far more advanced era of thought dictatorship. A London-based company called Strategic Communication Laboratories, SCL, is clear about the benefits that it offers its customers, which include transitional corporations, the military, police, governments, and the United Nations. The SCL, funded by what it calls British-based private high net worth individuals, is in the business of selling mind control. One of its projects is the Behavioral Dynamics Institute, which is claimed to be the world's leading authority on persuasion, communication psychology, and public diplomacy. The SCL website says, the last 5 years have seen a flurry of homeland security scenarios enacted and reenacted on the streets of our cities. What if there is a biological attack or detonation of multiple explosive devices? However, a major flaw has emerged in many of the scenarios: the unimaginability of civilians. They do not behave as they are supposed to. When a virus hits a city, citizens do not line up for vaccinations. They run for the hills. When terrorists are looking for a target, it is predictability of civilian behavior that makes the terrorist job easier. What if there was a way to control civilian behavior when it counts? Imagine the benefits of having civilians as cooperating partners. Strategic communication makes the people part of a solution, not part of the problem. You know, I think that's what some people's problems is like they feel like controlling the people to become part of the problem, or rather solution, sorry. Sometimes I say the opposite of what I mean. Part of the solution, but that's the wrong way to go about it. You need to convince them, persuade them without controlling them. Like, show them the benefits, show them the good things about it, also showing them the cons, and weighing them equally, saying do with this information what you will, without intending purposely to persuade them one way or another, but rather intending purposefully for them to make the right decision for themselves. And, you know, a lot of people do sometimes come to light in that aspect, but in the same time, deeper in their hearts, even beforehand or even after the math of that specific moment where they come to realization of heart, they're still in that, well, this will be better for them, so let's get them to do this anyway. So, you know, like that's a major issue right now with a lot of people in the world, where they feel like if people did things their way, it would be better, it would be easier. And you know, I'm guilty of that too. I will admit it. I'm working on it. I really am. But maybe it's better if we all work on it together, rather than fighting each other hammer, tooth, and nail. And that's really the situation I want to bring to light right here and right now. And it's more along the lines of, let's make this better for everyone, instead of let's make this better for us or me or select few people. Let's make this better for everyone. Absolutely everyone. That's all I got to say on this for right now. But yeah. All right. Weeping Angel out, yo.